Hello, this is John Russell with CorporatistNation.com. I'm going to talk a little bit about who's supporting who in this race for the Democratic nomination. I know the media wants everyone to believe that there really is no race. It's game, set, match. It's all over right now. But, Hillary was ahead by 25 points in 2008. So why should anyone believe that Hillary has this thing locked up right now? Who do you think supports Hillary Clinton? When you look at the average donation for Hillary Clinton and compare it to Bernie Sanders with over 650,000 individual contributors, a record in American history. And you look at his average contribution, it's like $27 a piece. Hillary's, well, when you're talking people like the likes of which coming from Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, Chase, Bank of America, big healthcare, big insurance, her average is in the hundreds a piece. And that's just diluted by some misinformed people who are supporting this person who got her start on the board of Walmart, Corporatist, who has demonstrated very poor judgment throughout her career. She voted for the Iraq War. Oh, how's that turned out for us? $3-4 trillion in the hole. How many people dead? How many people on our side, just our side alone, whose lives have been ruined because of their injuries and their experiences? Well, when you look at a recent comment she made in the last debate, she was all for no-fly zones in Syria. Now, how many people think that that's a smart move? No-fly zones in Syria. And if we're talking about putting the call on a no-fly zone, who is it we'd be shooting down? Russian planes. Does that demonstrate appropriate judgment from a foreign policy perspective? And boy, she's had a stellar record as Secretary of State, hasn't she? I mean, we have to look at the quality of performance when we talk about these candidates. And when we look at that performance, both in the debate of Hillary Clinton and in Benghazi the other day, she can't give anybody a straight answer as to what color shoes she has on. She was not asked what her thoughts were with regard to providing security when things were going to hell in a handbasket in Libya. She should have thought about that of her own accord if she was paying attention. If she was paying attention, that compound would have been fortified with security of the first order. So as the Secretary of State, she sets the tone. There should be no roadblocks to making sure that there were people there to defend that compound. And if not, the compound should have been abandoned before the whole thing went to hell in a handbasket and people were lost. This is the kind of leadership that we have from Hillary Clinton. No fly zone, can't think her way out of a paper bag when it comes to a reasonable thought towards providing security for an ambassador in an embattled and deteriorating political environment in Libya at the time. Someone who voted for the Iraq War, because she does whatever is politically advantageous to her whenever it's required. Think TPP. Everybody knew how bad TPP is in its European counterpart TPIP. Everybody knew except Hillary. All she had to do was listen to Lori Wallach from Public Citizen. She would know that TPP is not the gold standard. She lied in that debate Obfuscation, lying is her modus operandi, no matter what. And when it comes to Keystone XL, she can't make up her mind. This is someone we don't need in office. We need someone who has demonstrated quality leadership throughout his tenure in public office, who's voted for the right and proper policy at the time, no matter the political cost. When you look back, voting against the Iraq War, that was a hard vote, but Bernie Sanders took it. Bernie Sanders does not take the easy road. He takes the road that is best for the American people and the people who have to carry out the policies of this country and put their lives and futures at risk. Vote for Bernie Sanders.